Every day you wake up from your bed asking yourself, what am I going to have for breakfast today? And I assure you that you don't even stop for a moment to think about the 43% of the total population of Africa who live without a bed, or may remain without food and water for days. People exposed to disease, just like you, but without an opportunity to go to the doctor. However, imagine just for one moment if each one of us thought about these people every day. That's right. Probably in the future, we wouldn't be suffering these problems anymore. Here's when One Youth Ambassadors comes into action. One is a campaigning and advocacy organization of more than 9 million people around the world, taking action to end extreme poverty and preventable disease, particularly in Africa. Its name was inspired by the belief that one voice, coming together with many others, can change the world for the better. Despite the fact that One was born in 2005, the One Youth Ambassadors movement started during 2013 with the social networks boom, since the organization strongly believes that helping does not only consist of money, but of actions, and sharing those actions through social networks may help more people to realize how big is this issue.
This movement was created as part of One campaign, with the purpose of electrifying and pushing one's objectives from a young and fresh point of view. When this initiative first started, it needed a boost to have a greater impact on the teenage community. Back then, One felt the need to get young people involved in the movement due to different perspective and energy they represent. This project has managed to integrate youths into philanthropic work.
Just as One, the Youth Ambassadors want to end up with extreme poverty and diseases, focusing in Africa, since this continent is the one suffering more regarding these two issues. However, using social networks, a goal that was only perceptible by 10 people 10 years ago, now can be seen by millions, since the internet has no barriers. And that's why One Youth Ambassadors share their philanthropic work. They want to create a desire of support, mainly for Africa, around the world.
One Youth Ambassadors recruits young activists from across Europe. They are more than 320 people, mostly between the ages of 18 and 25, who represent over 35 nationalities in 7 European nations. They all come from different backgrounds, but they are generally university or master's students who decide to take a year to generate a true impact in the world. There are regional leaders in every country they operate in, but they all work as a team where everyone's voice is sure to be heard.
How the movement gets funds? Well, it must be noticed that the movement has an alliance with another organization called RED, which is solely dedicated to fight against STDs. Both of these organizations receive funds from philanthropists all around the world, who believe in their goal. A big example for One is Bono, who is the vocalist of U2 and one of the founders of this campaign. By being one of the main sponsors, he constantly donates part of his profits to the movement.
The movement has made important progress and achieved several goals that have actually generated changes in aspects such as politics and social economics. For example, they pushed presidential candidates in France to make a stronger commitment towards fighting extreme poverty. This way, the current president of France, Emmanuel Macron, committed to increasing his efforts on official development assistance. They also managed to convince the European Parliament not to reduce the European budget for humanitarian affairs. This is the kind of objectives this movement has accomplished, which have a profound and large-scale impact on the world.
We believe that movements of this kind are really important because they allow a more just, fair, and equal world for the people who have the least opportunities of development. About One Youth Ambassadors, we believe that they have made a remarkable progress and have achieved important goals, which have generated a meaningful impact on several places and nations around the globe. This organization shows how communication and effective expression can change the world. Now, it's your turn to join the world for the world.